are you both? This is out there now. The film's been seen, and I saw you on Sunday night, and neither of you had seen the finished item.
Right.
I want to ask, how did you feel after seeing it?
I was very moved by it. I really was. Yes, I had seen a very rough cut of it, maybe 6 or 7 weeks after we finished shooting it. Just Danny wanted thoughts or something, and we had a chat about it, but no music on it. And so on Sunday night, it was amazing to watch the scenes come by, see how he'd scored them, the music that was on there, and personally, I was just very moved by it. I mean, surprisingly moved by it. It took me all the way back to my youth, and it took me into a place about looking at myself now and who I am now that I found surprising, and yeah, I found it very moving. And I was so proud of Danny. I think it's an amazing piece of filmmaking in the same way as Trainspotting was in the 90s. I think he's done it again. You know, it's like unique. I've never seen a film like it.
What about for you, Jonny?
Well, that was very eloquent. I mean, I was just sort of in a state of shock, to be honest with you.
Wait.
Yeah, I get a little bit, and I'd seen it before and really been very shocked, and I was a little less shocked this time, and you know, and I was able to enjoy it a lot more. You know, I was very, you know, like Ewan said, seeing it all come together, I just felt a huge sense of gratitude and pride to be involved in it. Really, you know. Can
you remove yourself from it at all in any way? Because I imagine it being slightly different from, saying, being asked to watch one of your other films, in that this is such a special thing, special for one that's had this 20-year life already. Could you do that slightly, or not?
Yeah. I mean,
it's not like watching yourself.
Well, it's a good question, because it meant so much to us all, the first project, and revisiting it, sort of, you know, there's a big hoo-ha about it and all of that stuff. So, I mean, you've got to, one of the things watching stuff that you do as an actor is trying to get over your ego and trying to remove your own sort of opinion of yourself and your own work, because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you could watch your stuff to see how you did, because it's like cooking and not tasting it. Like, you got to watch it and sort of see if you've done the right things that you intended to do or not, you know. So you've got to get past all that to really enjoy the movie.
Has anyone complimented you on how brilliant your Scottish accent is, by the way? Because I don't know if people take that for granted. When people hear you, you know, speak normally, they're going, "Is he putting that on?" Yeah,
that's what I thought. I remember in the first one at the rap party, because Jonny stayed in the accent throughout the first movie.
Oh, did you?
And then when at the rap party, he was like, "All right, Ewan." I was like, it really felt like he'd been dubbed or something. I was like, "Wait a minute, that's not right."
Take off that ridiculous Mockney accent.
Wouldn't that be brilliant if that was your pretend?
It is really great. It is a really great accent, and right from day one, it was amazing on this.
Well, just that first scene in the film, when you two are reunited in the pub, you know, and you're like, "All right, Mark," and it's just so downplayed, but it's like, it's quite chilling as well. The fight scene that's involved with you two, what was the preparation for that? It's pretty brutal.
It was just a little chat about it the day before with the stuntman Julian and Danny. And then it was my first scene that I shot, so I that was my introduction back into Trainspotting, getting my ass kicked by Simon Williamson. It was great. It was a good way to start.
The choose life moment in this is very different from the first one, in that it's something that he verbalises, that Mark verbalised, as opposed to it being internal.
Yeah.
There's a really, when we did the Facebook Live thing, there's this brilliant story about you being the only person who had that, and and kind of knew about it. Could you tell me that story?
Well, there was a great worry that the script would be leaked or it would come out, and because the choose life speech was, they worried more about that than anything, I think, in terms of it being leaked. So I had it in my script, and Danny had it in his script, and they didn't print it in anybody else's script. There was a fake scene put in there, or a fake description of a scene put in everyone else's script. And I had it, and I learnt it up on Arthur's Seat, the lovely hill that Edinburgh's wrapped around. And I'd go up there, and because it's a long speech, it took some learning, and I would walk around in the sunshine up there in Edinburgh and learn it. And it is beautiful. I love it very much, because, like you say, the original one was an internal. It was almost like he was speaking to the audience, but this one I was speaking to Veronica, you know, Angela's character, and she takes him by surprise while he's trying to seduce her, really, he fancies her, and she's in the middle of it. She sort of blocks that by going, "Watch Choose Life," and he was like, "What?" And it's something he hasn't thought about for 20 years. And I suppose he just starts making a Choose Life up for her, as sort of a way to further seduce her. I think he's quite cheeky at the beginning, but it turns into, you know, it starts pouring out of him, and his true thoughts about society today start pouring out.
What would you choose today?
Out of
Choose.
a big telly.
Jonny? What would you choose? That's brilliant.
Enough said.
Listen, thank you so much for your time.
Cheers.
I'll be gone now. You won't see me again for the next
We'll see you
20
in the
years.
next couple of hours.
Thank you for coming up to Edinburgh and doing our red carpet, and
Thank you.
it was really fantastic.
It was
and
a great
our
night, wasn't it?
Q&A yesterday. Yeah, you are like the 7th train spotter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
are.
that. I'll have that on my grave, thanks.